and y'all know I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. I'm still here at the motel, as my mama would say, at the hotel here in DC. And yeah, I couldn't keep going yesterday, so I was like, looks like I have bars out here. I got up and got in the pool this morning. This was supposed to be the swimsuit that I taught in when I thought I was going to teach water aerobics. And then I think I was supposed to start full time March, maybe like the third week of March. And yeah, that never happened because the pandemic shut it down, baby. So yeah, I brought my swimsuit, got in the water this morning, and have just been pondering quite a bit. Good morning. Hey, Natasha, how are you, goddess? I've been just really figuring out, I guess I could see if somebody walks in behind me. Really, nobody's been out here for the most part. But yeah, just been pondering my life in NLP. And if you don't know what NLP is, it's neuro-linguistic programming. Good morning to everyone who's here. And also greetings to the hashtag replay queens. But in neuro-linguistic programming, we call it a pattern interrupt. Good. I'm glad to hear you are cooling. That's what's up, my sister goddess. It's supposed to be a heat wave here in DC today. The high is 100 degrees. Oh, Mystic Storm is here. Did I miss that? Because sometimes I'm looking at the little camera, so it looks like I'm looking at you. Hey, Mystic Goddess. Greetings, greetings. But yeah, in neuro-linguistic programming, we do what is called a pattern interrupt. We have what is called a pattern interrupt. And I am very much a homebody. My Taurus moon, man, I have 3 planets in Taurus actually. It makes me very much like, I like my creature comforts of home, my simple pleasures of home. I don't really like being out too much. And so, making a trip is a very big deal for me. And I bring all kinds of crap. When Azizi went with me to our NLP training, I was like, Azizi's gonna think I'm crazy. I walked in with all kinds of bags. I have to bring a lot of my own food, all that kind of good stuff. But anywho, I was like, I so needed this pattern interrupt because sometimes y'all hear me talking about, I have workaholic tendencies that I'm working to curb. I don't want to own being a workaholic. I think that for me, there is value in hard work. I like working deliberately, maybe is what it should be. Like, I don't mind working hard. I don't mind having a project that I'm working on and putting in all the energy, just like I talked about yesterday, because I want it to be excellent. I don't mind that. However, I do have a problem with turning it off. That might be my Scorpio nature. I just get so obsessed. And I will have worked, let's say I've worked 8 hours that day. And I'll say, oh, just this one more thing. Before I know it, I'm at 10 hours. Like, it's nothing for me to do that. And so I just really had kind of gotten into a little bit of a rut. And, I've been looking at the pictures I've posted, just telling myself, don't criticize myself because, I'm looking at the dress I had on wasn't the most flattering. I didn't know if it was going to be hot or cold because it was in Connecticut. I was way overdressed. I had on these tights, but even still, I don't really want people to see my legs. I'm like, oh, my legs are so thick. Even though when I see people with big legs, I think they're beautiful, but we're so much harder on ourselves than we are on other people. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I have little boobs, even though I like this little swimsuit giving me a nice little lift. I was like, my boobs, sometimes because I don't wear bras, they look sort of flat, so it accentuates my belly. And then I got this big old booty back here. I was like, but I'm like, but if you're gonna be working all like that, when does that give you a chance to go work out? Tyrone Milade, huh? I was like, you right. So I've been in the pool. Let me see. Thank you, Natasha. Y'all make me feel so good. I think y'all can see the pool down below me right there. Woo wee! Man, my husband comes here every year. So I was like, oh, next year when he comes here, I will be coming back because me and this pool, that pool has healed me. Y'all know I'm Yemonja. Come on, y'all, turn up. Water aerobics for Yemonja. So I got in the pool this morning and I was just like, you know what? Because since I've been here, I was just like, I wish I had just said I was going to go home and just let him fly from Connecticut and come here, and I just go on back home. But I'm like, you know what? I needed these extra few days because, oh my gosh, it was busy at my son's graduation. Because it's like when I got in the water, I was just like, I'm so happy. I'm so at home. Good morning, Rachel. I'm so happy. I'm so at home in this pool. So I'm gonna ask my friend if I can pay her to use her pool on a regular basis, like reserve my spot. I can go at that time, anytime I wanna go, I can go work out then. And it made me realize my inner fitness instructor is still alive. That's why I'm like, yeah, we have to get together and do a few little classes. I don't really wanna lead with fitness, but there's something in me still. And okay, I'm gonna give y'all a bit of an astrology lesson if you want it. So we've talked a lot about the North Node and the South Node. Thank you. Thank you. We've talked quite a bit about the North Node and the South Node because the North Node and the South Node are what makes the eclipse season what it is. You can't have eclipses without the nodes of the moon. Otherwise, it's just a regular new moon and full moon. And so in our natal chart are the eclipse or the nodes of the moon. And the North Node of the moon is where you're supposed to go in this life. It's about your life purpose. And it doesn't feel comfortable because it'll feel like something new. And the South Node is your comfort zone. Oftentimes we look at the South Node as the point where this is something that you've done perhaps in another lifetime. You're bringing some experience. It's like you mastered that and it feels good. In the Vedic tradition, Rahu, which is the South Node, is looked at as spiritual because it is about, to a certain degree, denouncing the worldly trappings, and it's about purging and releasing. So maybe some of us are coming here to purge and release karma. Maybe some of us are coming here to purge and release something regarding, oh, thank you, Natasha. Oh, wow. Thank you. I appreciate you. I did recently get a new YouTube monetization feature. That must be what it is. Oh my gosh, it's working. This just goes to show you when you never give up, you'll get to that point, because I have not gotten any new monetization tools in a good long while. So thank you, Natasha, so much for that. Mwah. But yeah, the South Node is maybe you have some lesson you need to learn and you need to offload that. Whatever it is something about releasing and letting go. Let me move back. We got Mr. Walmart truck passing by. And so let me see here. What else can I tell y'all about the North Node? The South Node. Anywho, oh, I knew there was something else. The South Node is where your gifts are. It's like you have natural inclinations, a natural propensity for where that South Node is. Now, let me tell you this. The sign of the South Node matters, and the house of the South Node matters. If you don't know your time of birth, then the sign will matter the most for you. And so, for me, the South Node is in Virgo. And, okay, the South Node is in Virgo. I've always had a propensity for for being fit. Okay, so I'm a child of the 70s and 80s. And I remember at like 10 years old, I started going to this Catholic school, and my neighbor across the street went to the school. And she and I were working out and dieting at that time to lose weight. I don't even know why we were doing this because neither one of us was overweight. Candace was, she was like one of these girls who are born naturally a little bit thick, but she wasn't, when I think back on it, she wasn't overweight. I saw a picture of myself at 11. My neighbor posted this picture of me at 11. I was like complete muscle. What do we do back in the day? Go walking and all that kind of good stuff. But for whatever reason, me and Candace thought we need to be on diets. So like, I was working out in the 80s. All this working out craze that people are in right now, I started that in the 80s. Let me tell y'all one other thing. And this actually speaks to my South Node. This actually speaks to my South Node, or my Venus in Aries. I was taking selfies probably before I was 10, but definitely like 9, 10, 11-ish or something like that. I was taking selfies. And I know I was young because I still had my hair look good. At some point, my mama let this stylist put some, like a jerry curl in my hair or something like that. It took all my hair out, honey. So I still had my natural hair and my bangs. Y'all know how we used to have the bangs and little ponytails on the side. So I still had that. When I look at the pictures, yeah, I was taking selfies before I was even, probably like around the tween years or whatever, which speaks to my South Node. Like, what made me turn that camera around? Because y'all know back in the day, it wasn't no changing the camera. It was, you had this camera with the little flash on top, and then you had to turn it, and it was, you know, the little lever thing that you would pull to take the picture. Yes, that's an 11th house thing. That's where my nodes are. My South Node is in the 11th house. Now, the South Node for me also is in the 11th house. It's also about community and friends and building community. And so community has always been important for me. But, okay, and so this South Node in Virgo, what is Virgo? Virgo is about health and wellness and lifestyle. And y'all know that's what I'm all about, baby. I'm always about the goddess-centered lifestyle. This is one of the reasons why I love astrology, because it'll make you accept why you flow. Everyone else might be talking about the goddess, but I flow my way with the goddess. You know why? Because my South Node is in Virgo. My thing is, look, y'all, we need to have a lifestyle that supports what is it that we want to do. This is so Virgo-esque. It's why I talk the way that I talk, and it's why I accept. Like, I don't have to be, I can be very mystical and like show up and be at some place with me live. When I'm hanging out with the priestesses and we're doing initiation, everybody know when I show up, it's like the sky getting ready to get cracked open. Because I don't mind like opening myself up, this Scorpio in me or something just comes out, and I will start calling the mothers. And maybe one day y'all will get a taste of that. I always kind of get nervous about how it sounds. I don't want to be too loud. I guess y'all could turn it down. But like I can take us into these dark mystical places. But I know for a fact, none of that matters if you don't have a lifestyle that supports you when you come out of it. You know why? Because I have already done this. Been taken down into the belly of initiation and gone back into the womb of the Great Mother with one of the most mystical people I've ever met, my godmother, Oshinike. What's her website? 1 Million Wombs United. Just look it up. Or Many Paths, the number one truth. manypaths1truth.org. Excuse that little thing right there. Anywho, that's sniffle. That wasn't a sniffle. That was more of like, I don't know what that was. Anywho, gone down into that womb space, and like, it's literally like otherworldly. I've done it. And then you come out. And so many people talk about this. They go to all these beautiful spiritual events, and then they come home and they're like, now what? I've always been the one that can answer the now what. When these priestesses finish initiating initially, I would be like, well, I don't know what my godmother wants me to do. After a while, I was like, ain't nobody really telling them what you're supposed to do when you come home from an initiation like that, where you literally have been rebirthed, your whole inside, your outside, your energy, your emotions, your mind space, all of it, gutted. And you have opened yourself up and become a container for like a conscious container to work with this energy of the Great Mother. And so they come home and they're just like, I don't know what to do. Because you know what, how I know this? I did it. And so I'm always like, okay, let me tell you, this is what you need to do. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. That is because of that Virgo South node. I am about lifestyle. I'm about, this is what you need to do in order to support yourself with where you are. The other part of that South node for me has made me very much into fitness and wellness. Like I said, as a little girl, I was working out. I was a vegetarian in the 90s when it was very, like you had to live in a city that had people who were like that in order to have that one health food store, because there was nothing in the regular grocery stores. You only could go shop at the health food stores. And I so miss the mom and pop health food stores. We have one in my city, but it used to be like a place where you could go and hang out and meet so many great people, whatever. But yeah, I was a vegetarian back then. Always worked out. I remember power walking with my mom as a teenager, just always this obsession. In graduate school, always worked out. Had a dream to be a fitness instructor when I was in my 20s. Did not become a fitness instructor until I was in my 40s, well, 30s, late 30s. So, that's a natural inclination. And getting in this pool this morning, I was like, I can't give up teaching fitness. I just don't want to teach fitness the way I've been teaching it, because in fitness, people are rude, instructors are divas, there's too much pressure to look a certain way, and like the ones who are tight and toned, even when I was tight and toned and thought I was still the biggest instructor out there, like I thought I was fat, and I weighed 157 pounds, all right? 20 pounds lighter, easier. No, that's 30 pounds lighter. Yeah, 20 something pounds, 25 pounds lighter than what I am right now. And people still said I was big. I'm like, what the hell? I got Jupiter in the first house, y'all. I got Jupiter in the first house. So Jupiter in the first house, you might appear to be big. When Jawan, I didn't post this picture. I need to ask her, can I post it? But I recently met one of the sisters, Jawan. Hey, Cassandra. I'm saying it right. I've been working. I was like, Cassandra. It's one of my old African dance friends. She helped me to get into astrology. So y'all welcome Cassandra. But yeah, what was I telling y'all about? So yeah. Anywho, yeah, I've always been into fitness. Everyone still thought I was big, but it's Jupiter. When you have Jupiter in the first house, you might actually be bigger boned. Yes, thank you, Natasha. Might be bigger bones. All right. Cassandra is the friend, just deviating for a minute, who I always think about when I talk about Capricorns. Cassandra was such a beautiful, fine young thing back in the day in African dance, just gorgeous. And a couple of years ago, I looked at her. I was like, how is this chick reversing in age? I was like, she's got to be a Capricorn. She's a Capricorn. So, and if you're into veganism, Cassandra is a coach in veganism. So look her up. She's on Instagram. Drop your Instagram handle, Cassandra. Yeah. Let me tell you, I had this picture because she used to be a reporter in Nashville. And I had this picture of her in this newspaper. I don't even remember what the story was. And when I looked at the picture, I was like, why come Cassandra looked the exact same way in this picture, which I know was taken in the late 90s, as she looks today? Anywho, Yeah, very much into that, and so I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm committing to belly dance because that fits so well with what we do. I think belly dance would be great. I always love Afro beats, but Afro beats is extreme. All of it is dance and fitness. These people, oh my gosh. Okay, plant power you. Yeah, Natasha, I'm gonna bring the belly dance. I'm glad you love belly dance. I think belly dance is the perfect dance style for all women because it's not. You can make it very simple, and Afro beats can be simple, but I feel like belly dance can actually confer health. Y'all see? There we go. South Node in Virgo. South Node in Virgo. It's like what brings the most health to a woman's body? Um, belly dance. Of course, I can't teach water aerobics online, but I'm actually thinking about doing some private water aerobics. Like if somebody wants to bring me to their pool and pay me, I'll do it because I don't want to teach in the in like in a community center or whatever because people are just so mean. It's like if they ever taught what you teach, they want to act like you don't know what you're doing. I'm like, no, like you get up here and do it then. Like there was no teacher. Why didn't you come up here and teach? So get rid of your stinky attitudes. Yeah, I can't go back. Like when I start thinking that way, it's like, yes, this is not for me. I can't go back and teach that. But belly dance is something I could do live. I could do it in person, which I would only want to do it in person if I'm doing like a retreat for you all. This is really where I'm just drilling myself down. Like this community, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community, this is who I am cultivating myself for. Let's see here. What else I want to tell y'all? And I do hope, I haven't been talking about this much just because I've been distracted, but I do want to tell y'all, I have an upcoming new moon circle on May 27th. It's Friday. It's this upcoming Friday, a week, and this the next Friday that we see. I think that's May 27th. I'm disconnected from the calendar right now. So the next new moon that's coming is the one in Gemini. Now, y'all know I don't like just... Okay, good. Yeah, it is sexy, Natasha. You're going to get more from me, Mystic Storm. I'm not going to do the belly dance training until the fall. I think that's what I'm going to do it. And the other reason I'm doing the belly dance certification is because I like making up my own workouts and I don't have to depend on other people. Like here, I've just been doing bar. Did I mention bar? Bar is the other workout that I love for women. Bar. But anywho, I'm gonna do this new moon work retreat on Friday, and you can go to, I'll have to post it. Actually, I have not been making posts and stuff, but anywho, look for the post about how you can register for this. Now, y'all know I love doing astrology in a way that makes sense because a lot of us, like, we are a consumer culture. We have been cultivated to consume. We consume. And it's no different with content. We are content consumers. So I want to help cultivate what it means to really understand astrology. It's good to hear what's going on, but it's just like I talked about with after we go through our initiation, these priestesses would come out and they would be like confused about what to do. I want to help you not be confused. I want to help you be able to not only hear the content, but understand how to use the content. And I want to provide you with some tools that help make it even better. Because my thing right now is ease and flow. How can we have more ease and flow in our lives? Y'all know, drop it in the comments. What kind of changes do you need to make right now? Just one change. So for me, it is definitely being more deliberate with working out. That's one change I need to make. So like I told y'all, and it's been a struggle. Thank the goddess, I understand how the mind works, the subconscious mind works. Your diet, okay? Actually, I was thinking about making a hypnosis for diet or eating. I actually have some already. I need to put some together, some packages together for hypnosis. Okay, so we have so much that we know we need to do, but then the question is, why don't we do it? So if the eclipses bring up for you the need to make a shift, I want y'all to think back. Do you know what you were supposed to do with this, with the Gemini eclipse? What direction was that taking you in? So let me just kind of go through my mind. Do we have any Geminis here? Is something about the body, or maybe your life is going in a new direction. This new moon would help you to begin to really solidify it. Or if it's for the body, then it's like, okay, well, what about the body? Let's just use Natasha's example. It's the diet. Then the next thing that we want to do is to begin to use things like, okay, great, Mystic Storm, great. Oh, Natasha, okay, we got the Geminians online. This is for you. So if it's the diet, if it's something with the body, I'm just going to use the diet. Then the next question is, well, what is it that I need to do? I know I need to do it. Why can't I get this done? My phone overheated. Consistency and compassion as I develop a new creative schedule for my goal. Retrograde cycle is reforming me. And I don't know your rising sign, Cassandra, but I know, seemed like for Capricorns, even though this is not, Mercury's not Mercury's retrograding somewhat in Gemini. That's lifestyle. That's that lifestyle that I talked about. Let me see here. What else was I telling you? Oh, okay. So yeah, you want to do things that will help to really drive in the work that you started with the eclipses. And the new moon that we're going to experience. Oh, wait a minute. Well, y'all look, we need to find out the degree to find out how much is this going to impact you, Geminians. And I tell you what, Natasha, I know for a fact you had an eclipse birthday last year, because my son's birthday is the 10th, and the eclipse was right on his birthday. So it's interesting. It would be interesting to hear what changes have happened for you this last year. Grand Risings, Priestess. EM is one of my Priestess sisters. But yeah, we want to really, and she's a Gemini. So we really want to set the energy for the next, you want to set your energy at this new moon. Eclipse energy lasts for, is active for about 15 to 18 months. But listen, it is not complete for 18, 19 years, okay? So in about 9 years, you probably will find that you are revisiting the things that came up for you when the eclipses were in Gemini. And so we want to use this moon at Gemini. Like, I encourage y'all, and maybe I'll have to try to watch this video because I may not remember, but I want to create something that helps you to track like the Gemini eclipses. What were those about for you? And every new moon in Gemini. So that's going to be once a year, or a full moon in Gemini. Once a year, you revisit what got started so you can stay on track. See, that's where my South Node in Virgo comes from. I'm like, yeah, we got to keep up with it. We got to journal it. We got to make sure we stay aware of what's going on. And we don't have to like consciously keep it there. But if we just tell ourselves, I'm going to revisit this at least twice a year, then in 9 years, yes, I said 9 years. In 9 years, you're going to be like, okay, I'm making some great progress towards where I'm going. And then from 9 years from that is when that particular eclipse will end and you will have gotten the most done based on what got started. So let's see here. Gemini is going to be first house. Taurus would be second house, because for the second house, that's going to be money and self-care, self-worth and value, and your stuff. Oh, my son just texted me. And then does he see me? Our room is up there somewhere. And then let's see here. Aries, that's third house. So that means you're working on your mind. And also for Aries, I would say you want to um, work on business, learning new skills. So Aries should be applying some new skills, learning new skills, maybe even teaching. So maybe some of the Aries wants to teach, and it might have something to do with siblings. When the eclipses were in my third house, I had a lot going on with my siblings. Like, it's a lot that changed. Maybe something with cousins and friends, and travel. You know, maybe some of the Aries need to travel a little bit more. Pisces, this is going to be the fourth house, and this is how about home and family. Now, those eclipses for Geminis and Pisces, Sagittariuses and Virgos, very pivotal. Very pivotal. A lot changed for y'all. A lot changed. And so you don't want to lose the momentum. You don't want to lose the momentum. Home, family, this might be, these eclipses may have really done a lot to clear you out emotionally, okay? And maybe some of the Pisces are like really into their ancestry. Aquariuses, this is going to be the fifth house for you. So dating and really shining. You know, Aquariuses are about big groups and movements, but it's time for the Aquariuses to stand out and shine, and to show your natural gifts and your talents unapologetically, to have more fun. And maybe you're going to start a business based on or maybe you've started one based on your, like your interest. And so I just encourage the Aquariuses to really go full out in life. It's actually a lot of good fortune involved in this, and it could have brought in some love. You know, topics of dating might be top of mind for the Aquariuses. And then for the Capricorns, like I said, this is the sixth house, which has to do with lifestyle, health, wellness, and it also might be about work. So for Cassandra, one of the things that happened for me, especially, you know, as you talk about creating this creative schedule, was like I began to realize certain things got to go, certain work I'm not gonna do. Yes, come out of hermit mode, Mystic Storm. I was thinking about you as I talked, actually. But for Aquariuses Capricorns who are creating that lifestyle of creativity, you have a home-based business or whatever. It's like you got to realize the things that are not going to support that and what will support that. And health and wellness, work, all kinds of topics. Like whenever I have a sixth house activation, it actually pushes me to work. Like I get so much done. So maybe the Capricorns will do it, but in a way that supports their lifestyle. Because actually, Capricorns are workaholics. They can be. Let me not say you are. You can be. You know what? The other thing for the Capricorns is you might want to get like a VA to work with you, some type of assistant, a personal assistant. Let me see here. After Capricorn, I'm going Sagittarius. This is the seventh house. So for the Saggies out there, it could have changed your relationship. Maybe some of the Saggies got into a new relationship. Maybe some of the Saggies got out of a relationship, a long-term committed relationship. But your life changed. And I'm going to tell y'all, for me, this seventh house has a lot to do. First, it will bring up a lot of relationship topics, like how am I going to show up in relationships? This is what I'm experiencing right now. And it just brings up so much, not just love interest, but just relationships in general. Your relationship, not even with other people, with other stuff, with, you know, your life. You're just like, I want to take my life in a new direction. But I say when you have a seventh house activation, you need to get help. Go hire a personal trainer. Go hire a coach. Get those readings done. Find the help you need. Get the support. If somebody offers you support, drop the notion that, oh, it's, you know, I don't want to be looking like I'm weak if I got to ask for help. Let me tell you, there is strength in that. To be vulnerable enough to let somebody assist you. And then it's like, I feel so supported. That's what you want to feel when you're having a seventh house activation. So for the Saggies, it's important for y'all to allow yourself to be supported. Some of the Sagittarius might be kicking off coaching careers. So I think this is great. Or be a consultant of some sort, an advisor, going into the other thing for the Sagittarius is balance. Sagittarius are known for going big, baby. They like go big or go home. We not doing nothing small with the Sagittarius. Sagittarius are like go big or go home. What do you need to bring into balance in your life, Sag? That's a huge word. Balance, relationships, support. So next, let's see here. Oh, Scorpio. Woohoo! I'm a Scorpio rising. This is a house that has to do with money and shared resources, taxes, debts. Maybe some of the Capricorns are paying off debt. I don't know if Capricorns have debt because Capricorns typically are so good with money. But that is something that the Capricorns, I'm sorry, I got to go back to Capricorns. For the Capricorns, also, you may have been like, man, I see a lot of problems in my life. And so those eclipses in your sixth house were like, okay, now you need to be in problem-solving mode. Solve these problems. And it's like you can't get away from it, Capricorn, right? But it could be you're like, I want to just get rid of all this debt if it's Capricorns. And same for Scorpios. Scorpios might be feeling like, I need to get rid of debt. I need to do something about these taxes. Like I went tax crazy. Like, how do I pay my taxes? I did so well with taxes this last year. And it was like, I got to learn how to pay my taxes as a Capricorn North Node. Okay. Yes. Okay. Wow. So yes, very good activation from your North Node. It is about lifestyle is what I'll say. What lifestyle do you need to cultivate, Mystic Storm, to make that North Node like manifest, okay? Excuse me, y'all. It's dry out here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, but it's also about radical self-care for the Scorpios. Scorpios really need to take better care of themselves, okay? Like for me, I just started saying, if I can afford it, I'm gonna do it for myself. I'm gonna get healed up. It's about healing that wounding. It's probably been a pretty intense time for the Scorpios. That was a really challenging transit. The South Node and the North Node in Gemini and Sagittarius. It really made us look at how do we value ourselves. And so now you need to be taking care of yourself because we got the South Node in our first house, which is like, what bags you about to drop off, bag lady? Huh? What you about to let go of, bag lady? Very transformational, deep, mystical transit. This new moon is going to help you set that. Everything that I'm talking about has to do more with the new moon that we're going to have in Gemini. How do you make sure you set it? And how do you keep up with making sure you're making forward progress on the energy of these eclipses? Doesn't have to be fast. You just want to be deliberate. Who comes before Scorpio? Libras. So for Libras, this is going to be the 9th house. Oh, I love this for the Libras. The Libras may have felt like, okay, I feel like I'm going in a whole new direction. And it's like an expansion, a time of growth and expansion, and you can see the vision for your life. So what vision did you set? At this new moon in Gemini, you want to make sure that you are taking yourself in that direction of your new vision, of your new world paradigm. I encourage all the Libras, y'all need to do some foreign travel. I'm sure you've been called for foreign travel. Do not turn those down, Libra. Libras can be a little bit of like creature comfort type people too. So Libras need to go on ahead and, y'all could be adventurous now that I think about it because y'all are a cardinal sign, but you really do need to open yourself up to more travel in foreign places or opening yourself to working with people in other cultures. And also maybe, doing some retreats and just continuing to open yourself up. Last thing, Libra, what is it that you're studying on some higher level? Like Azizi is a Libra rising, and she ended up getting her NLP certification and hypnosis, and there's some other stuff in there, but NLP and hypnosis, coaching, those all come together. Priestess EM said Libra Stellium headed to Europe for her master's study. MFA. See, it's important for the Libras to hit the planes and fly across the ocean, or go down south to the islands or South America. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Priestess EM. Let's see here. What else? Okay, Libra Virgos. Yes, congratulations, EM. Virgos, this is your, if it was, where am I? I'm getting confused. Virgos. It's, 10th house with Virgos. So for the Virgos, there's some change in your career. And I know so many Virgos, OMG. Career is going in a whole new direction. And so you want to use this new moon to set that for your career. You know, you're going to go in a new direction, and it could be you're changing careers altogether, which I know some of the Virgos that's happening to, or it could be you're getting a promotion. Like my older son is a Virgo. He just graduated from the Coast Guard Academy. He's gone from being a cadet to being an ensign, an officer, you know, and he's getting ready to take his career to a whole new level, new levels of responsibility, just a whole new lifestyle, you know. Also, it could change for some of the Virgos your relationship status. Some of the Virgos may have gotten a divorce, some may have gotten married, especially the women Virgos out there. But it's, what are you known for? Great rising, Virgo Bliss. What do you want to be known for? And so that's what this is about. What you're known for is changing, Virgo, and just embrace it. Who you used to be, you're like, I ain't that person no more. So don't even come to me with what you used to see me do, because I don't do that no more. I'm excited, because this means that for the Virgos, with you just shifting your career, you can start making more money. All right, which takes me to the Leos. This could be that. Hey, Eileen, talking about Virgos. We got the two Virgos just show up when I'm talking about Virgos. It's as if they heard themselves. What's up, Sister Finn? Hey, honey, how you doing? Glad to see you here. So for the Leos, I'm excited for y'all, because the eclipses that happen in Gemini and 3 Virgos. Sister Vin is a Virgo too. Oh my gosh, just like the Virgos heard me calling them. That is crazy. This could have been a time of being more gainful for the Leos, or you feel yourself headed in a direction where you will be more gainful. Also, building more community. I know there's a Leo, I've been watching her build community around meditation in her local community. So, but the 11th house is where you are gainful, because the 11th house is actually a money house. It's a house to a certain degree of good fortune, but a lot of it comes from what you have done in your career. And so the 11th house for the Leos is that house that is more about like making money from your work. And so you really want to use this new moon to get that set. Okay, this is an 18, 19 year cycle. How do you want to be gainful, Leos, over the next 18, 19 years, right? Okay. Last one is Cancer, and then I'm gonna have to get off because my battery's about to die. Cancerians, this is 12th house. Not the easiest place, but what it's asking the Cancerians to do is to look at what's in that subconscious mind, like where we started in the beginning. What's in that subconscious mind that is preventing you from, like, it's making you slip, trip, and fall. It might even make y'all more interested in, like, okay, what's this inner work? What is this inner world? Like, what do I need to do on this inside of me? So using things like hypnosis and NLP, is actually, everybody needs to use them all the time, but this is really something that the Cancerians were like, I just need to go in more, and I need to heal, because I know there's something from my past. I can't see it. It's making me slip, trip, and fall. Some of y'all might have become more mystical and spiritual. Let's see here. Let me think about the Cancerians I know. Now, the 12th house is the house of self-undoing. And so with the eclipses being there, maybe the Cancerians were like, I see how I see how I'm sabotaging myself. I see it. And now you're going to take yourself in a whole new direction to stop making yourself, undo. I will say, Cancerians want to be cautious to not overspend, because sometimes this 12th house has to do with overspending. But it can raise your creativity. If you work in creative things, you might want to go on ahead and go all in. Like, set a plan for the next 9 years, and then the next 9 years after that, for like, these are the creative things I want to do over this time, and then there's going to be some other creative things that you'll want to do in the second half of in 9 years, it's going to be reverse nodes. So the north node will be in Sag. And that's why I'm saying, when it's there, it's still going to bring all this back up. Like, where are you in your journey, right? I think some of the Cancerians with those eclipses had some babies. I think some of the Scorpios might have found that a lot of Scorpios may have gotten pregnant also. Anyone else? Maybe some of the Aquariuses may have found something with children. I did not mention that for the Aquariuses. It could have brought up topics of children. Maybe you want your own child, or you got real into being a parent, or working with children, even if you don't have your own children. But for the Cancerians, you got to get your life healed up. And you want to delve into your spirituality. Meditation. Did I say meditation is for the Cancerians? Y'all need to meditate. It's going to make you so much healthier. You're going to be so much better in taking action. And Cancerians, you're going to have to work on your sleep. Maybe for some of the Cancerians and the Scorpios, topics of sex. Also Aquarius, topics of sex, your sexuality could be. My Scorpio niece just had a baby a couple of days ago. Yeah, it's Gemini could have brought some babies for some of the Scorpios who are in that phase of life. But for Scorpio, Cancer, and Aquariuses, it could bring up issues of sex. Like, you want more sex, or maybe you go abstinent. Or maybe you're like, I got to figure out, what is my sexuality? Like, like, what do you like? Or what do you need to unpack? Like, did you get some horrible messages about sex and being sensual and being comfortable with sex? Or maybe you get into Tantra, maybe some of y'all get into Tantra, or the sexual arts of some sort, So yeah, that's what I have for you all today. Didn't even know what I was going to talk about when I got on, but glad I started talking about these nodes of the moon and this upcoming new moon retreat. I will be doing new moon retreats every month, and I encourage you to attend every one of them. As a coach, I don't even understand how people, now that I'm doing this, or I get coaching from people, I'm like, how do people live without coaches? So come and be a part of it. I'm a coach. I can answer your questions. I create little mini classes that you can watch. I create hypnosis and meditations, all kinds of things that help support you from month to month. You have them to use forever. Some of us have used this 21-day abundance. Man, y'all, this has been a very abundant 21 days for me. Yes, you can, Natasha. You sure can. You can pay for them. I'm just going to leave them open. I mean, like, you can go by the one from last month. The recordings are there. Oh my gosh, I love this so much, Natasha. My attitude changed for the better. Stopped drinking alcohol for over a year. Love it. I've been pushed to come more out of my Aquarius. Libra stellium, headed to Europe this summer for your MFA. I can't wait to hear about that, EM. Please let us sister know. Mystic Storm, that's true. I want more and want to do more sexual arts. Go for it. Yeah, you can pay on the 27th. It'll be there. If you want to be live, you don't have to be live, but if you want to attend live, that would be great. But the recording is respectable. I've always said, hashtag replay is respectable. Okay, yeah, I don't want this to cut off on me. So, Love you all so much, and I will connect again with y'all soon. Love y'all. Peace. Yes, congratulations, Natasha. All right, y'all, take care. I'll be back soon.